Sometimes I wonder, maybe you pressed play because you feel a little behind. Not just in English. In life. Like everyone else is moving forward and you are just standing still. You open your mouth to speak and the words don't come. And then you think, why is this so hard for me?
Yeah, that question can follow you everywhere. You can be washing dishes, walking to work, lying in bed at night, and it's still there. Why am I not better yet? Why is my English still not fluent? Why do I still make simple mistakes?
And when that question repeats again and again, it becomes heavy. It feels like something is sitting on your chest. Not enough to stop you from breathing, but enough to make every breath feel tired.
You wake up and promise yourself, today I will try harder. You watch videos. You read. You listen carefully. You write new words in a notebook. And for a moment you feel hopeful. But then you try to speak. And your mind goes blank.
It's like the words are inside you, but they don't want to come out.
And then that quiet voice starts again. Other people are better than you. You should be more confident by now. Maybe you're just not good at languages.
That voice can sound very real. Very convincing.
You try to stay positive. You say, it's okay. I will improve. I just need more time. But deep inside you feel tired. Not body tired. Heart tired. Learning tired. The kind of tired that comes from trying again and not seeing fast results.
You see someone your age speaking English smoothly. They laugh easily. They tell stories without stopping. They don't translate in their head. They don't look nervous. And you think, why can't I be like that?
Comparison is painful. It makes you feel small. It makes your progress feel invisible.
And sometimes it's not only about English. It's about everything. You open social media and see people traveling, starting businesses, getting married, smiling in perfect photos. And you look at your own life and think, am I too slow? Am I missing something? Did I take the wrong path?
Those thoughts don't always shout. Sometimes they whisper, very softly, but they stay.
Maybe you feel embarrassed when you speak. Maybe your pronunciation feels strange in your own ears. Maybe you worry that people are judging you. So you speak less. You choose simple sentences. You avoid long conversations.
And then later you feel disappointed in yourself. You say, why didn't I try more?
It becomes a cycle. Fear. Silence. Regret. Repeat.
I want to tell you something very gently right now. You are not behind. You are not bad at English. You are not bad at life. You are in the middle of learning. And the middle is always uncomfortable.
The middle is confusing. The middle is slow. The middle is where you question yourself. But the middle is also where growth happens.
Think about any skill. Driving, cooking, playing music. The beginning feels exciting because everything is new. The end looks beautiful because everything is smooth. But the middle feels messy. That's where you make mistakes. That's where you feel clumsy. That's where you wonder if you should quit.
But the middle is not failure. It is progress happening quietly.
When we look at successful people, we usually see the final result. We see confidence. We see success. We see fluency. But we do not see the years of awkward sentences. We do not see the nights they felt stupid. We do not see the moments they almost gave up.
Your brain forgets that part. It shows you only the finished picture. And then it compares your practice version to someone else's final version. That comparison is not fair.
If today you feel slow, if you feel not good enough, if you feel kind of lost, this episode is for you. If you feel like your progress is too small, like your English should be better by now, like you are tired of starting again, this is for you.
You do not need to be perfect to move forward. You do not need a big vocabulary to be worthy. You do not need a perfect accent to be respected. You are allowed to pause. You are allowed to search for words. You are allowed to say, "Sorry, can you repeat that?"
You are allowed to learn slowly.
Slowly is not a bad word. Slowly can mean steady. Slowly can mean thoughtful. Slowly can mean strong roots.
Imagine building a house. If you build it too fast, without strong foundations, it may look good for a short time. But one storm can break it. When you build slowly, carefully, step by step, the house becomes safe, stable, strong.
Your English is like that house. Every small sentence you practice is a brick. Every mistake you correct is stronger cement. Every time you speak, even when you feel nervous, you are building walls that will protect your confidence in the future.
And confidence is not something you wake up with one day. It grows, quietly, slowly, from repetition, from patience, from kindness to yourself.
If you have been hard on yourself, I understand. Many learners are. We think being strict will make us better. But sometimes being gentle helps more. When you feel safe, you speak more. When you speak more, you improve.
So take a deep breath right now. You are not late. You are not broken. You are practicing. And practice always looks imperfect in the middle.
If you want a calm place where you can grow without pressure, subscribe to Boost English, the podcast. Stay with us. We are creating something gentle here. A space where mistakes are normal. Where pauses are welcome. Where you don't have to feel ashamed for learning slowly.
This is not a place for perfect English. It's a place for real English. Real pauses. Real effort. Real progress.
You are not behind.
You are building.
You are growing.
You are becoming.
Welcome.
Welcome to Boost English, the podcast.
If you are here right now, maybe you need a quiet place. A place where no one is rushing you. A place where you don't feel tested. Just a soft space to breathe and learn.
So take a slow breath with me. You don't have to understand every word perfectly. You don't have to repeat everything correctly. Just listen. Let the language sit with you.
Today we are talking about something very simple, but very powerful. We are talking about training your mouth to speak English.
Not only your brain, your mouth.
Many learners think English is only about grammar rules, tenses, vocabulary lists, long explanations. And yes, those things matter. But speaking is different. Speaking is physical. It uses muscles. Your tongue moves in new ways. Your lips form new shapes. Your jaw opens and closes in patterns that may not exist in your first language.
So when you say, I understand English but I can't speak, it doesn't mean you are bad at English. It means your mouth has not practiced enough yet.
Think about it like this. If you read about swimming every day, will you become a good swimmer? Probably not. You have to enter the water. Your body needs to feel the movement. You need to practice again and again.
Speaking English is the same. You must let your mouth move, even if it feels strange, even if it feels slow.
And it's okay if you feel shy. It's okay if your voice sounds different when you speak English. Many learners say, I feel like I am not myself when I speak English. That feeling is normal. You are building a new version of yourself. A version that can communicate in another language. That takes time.
You might also feel frustrated. Maybe you know the word in your head, but you can't say it fast enough. Or you forget it at the wrong moment. Or you mix grammar. And then you think, why can't I just speak naturally?
Because natural speech is trained speech.
Fluent speakers are not thinking about every grammar rule. Their mouths are used to the patterns. They practiced many small sentences many times. Slowly, those sentences became automatic.
Automatic does not mean magic. It means repetition.
And repetition is not boring when you see it as building strength. Athletes repeat the same movement many times. Musicians play the same song again and again. Why? Because repetition builds confidence.
Your mouth needs repetition too.
But here is something very important. You don't need to practice in a stressful way. You don't need to speak perfectly. You don't need to sound like a native speaker. Your goal is not perfection. Your goal is comfort.
Comfort first.
When you feel comfortable, your brain relaxes. When your brain relaxes, words come more easily. When words come more easily, confidence grows.
It's a gentle circle.
Also, please remember this. It's okay to be slow.
You might need more time to answer a question. You might pause in the middle of a sentence. You might say, "Let me think." That is normal. Even native speakers pause. Even native speakers search for words.
Being slow does not mean being stupid. It means you are thinking carefully. And careful thinking is a strength.
In this podcast, we will move at a calm speed. We will repeat important ideas. We will use simple language. Not because you are weak, but because simple language is powerful. Simple sentences build strong foundations.
Sometimes learners feel ashamed when they don't understand everything. But you don't have to understand every word to learn. Your brain is smart, catches meaning from context. It learns patterns quietly. Even now, as you listen, your brain is connecting sounds and ideas.
You don't see it happening, but it is happening.
And if you miss something, it's okay. You can replay. You can pause. You can listen again tomorrow. Learning is not a one-time event. It's a process.
So today, as we talk about training your mouth, try to listen actively. Notice how sentences are formed. Notice the rhythm. Notice the small pauses. You can even whisper some sentences after me if you want. Very softly. Just to feel the movement.
There is no audience here judging you. No teacher giving grades. Just you practicing.
If you sometimes feel alone in your learning journey, remember that many people around the world are listening right now too. They also feel shy. They also make mistakes. They also repeat simple sentences again and again. You are not strange. You are part of a large community of learners.
And we are all moving forward. At different speeds. But forward.
In this episode, we will talk gently about real struggles. We will explore small actions that help your mouth become more flexible. We will look at simple phrases you can use in daily life. Nothing complicated. Nothing scary.
Just small steps.
Because small steps, done daily, create big change.
So relax your shoulders. Breathe slowly. Let your jaw loosen a little. Let your tongue rest naturally.
You are safe here.
And together, step by step, we will train your mouth to speak English in a way that feels calm, natural, and truly yours.
You know, I remember a time when I avoided speaking English as much as possible. I studied a lot. I listened to podcasts. I read books. But when someone suddenly asked me a question in English, my mind just stopped.
It's strange, right? You can understand so much when you listen. But when it's your turn to speak, everything disappears.
Exactly. It felt like all my vocabulary was locked inside a room, and I didn't have the key. I would smile. I would say something very short. Maybe just, yes. Or, I think so. And then I would stay quiet.
And later, when you're alone, the perfect sentence comes to your mind.
Yes. Always later. I would replay the conversation in my head and think, why didn't I say that? That sentence was so simple.
I think many learners do that. We are brave in our imagination, but in real life, fear makes us smaller.
Fear of mistakes. Fear of sounding strange. Fear that someone will notice our accent.
Right? I used to think that if I made one grammar mistake, people would judge me. Like they would think I was not intelligent.
But when I listened to other people speaking my language as a second language, I never judged them. I actually respected them. I thought, wow, they are trying.
That's interesting. We are kind to others, but very strict with ourselves.
Yes, very strict.
There was one moment I remember clearly. I was in a small group conversation. Everyone was speaking English. I understood almost everything. I wanted to share my opinion. I even prepared the sentence in my head. But my heart was beating fast.
And then,
I stayed silent.
that silence felt safe at the moment. But later, I felt disappointed. I thought, if I don't speak, how will I ever improve?
I've been there too. Choosing silence because it feels safer than risk.
Silence protects you from embarrassment. But it also protects you from growth.
That's true. Growth usually feels uncomfortable.
Yes. And sometimes we think confidence comes first. Like one day we will wake up and feel brave. And then we will speak. But actually, speaking comes first. Confidence comes later.
So you speak while feeling nervous.
Exactly. You speak with a shaking voice. You speak with small mistakes. You speak even when your sentence is not perfect. And slowly, your brain learns, oh, nothing bad happened.
That's powerful. Your brain needs proof that you are safe.
Yes. Each small conversation becomes proof. Proof that you can survive a mistake. Proof that people are not watching you as closely as you think.
I once mispronounced a simple word. I said it completely wrong. I was sure everyone noticed. But the conversation continued normally. No one stopped me. No one laughed. It was just a normal moment.
And that's when you realize something important. Most people are busy thinking about themselves. They are not analyzing your grammar.
Exactly. We imagine a spotlight on us. But in reality, everyone has their own spotlight in their head.
I like that image. It makes things feel lighter.
It does. And I also learned something else. When I started speaking more, even with mistakes, my mouth became more flexible. Sentences started coming faster. Not perfect, but easier.
So the key was practice, not waiting.
Yes, practice before confidence. Not confidence before practice.
And maybe the listener feels the same. Maybe they are waiting to feel ready. Waiting to feel perfect.
If you are listening right now and thinking, I will speak when my English is better, I want to gently say your English becomes better when you speak.
It's a circle. Speak a little. Improve a little. Feel a little more confident. Then speak a little more.
And it doesn't have to be a big speech. It can be very small. Ordering coffee, asking a simple question, recording your voice alone.
Small risks. Small wins.
Yes, and those small wins matter more than you think. They change how you see yourself. You stop saying, I can't speak English, and you start saying, I am learning to speak English.
That small change in language changes your identity.
It does.
So if you feel stuck, maybe you are not bad at English. Maybe you are just protecting yourself from discomfort. And that's human. That's normal.
But growth is on the other side of that small discomfort.
And you don't have to jump into deep water. You can start in the shallow end. One sentence. One question. One short conversation.
Your voice does not need to be perfect to be valuable.
It just needs to be used.
You know, I like to think about learning English like a journey through nature. Imagine walking along a path in a forest. Sometimes the path is wide and easy. You can see the sun, the trees, the birds. You feel confident. You feel calm.
Yes. But sometimes the path becomes narrow. There are stones. Roots sticking out. Maybe a small stream you have to cross. You slow down. You feel uncertain. You wonder if you should turn back.
Exactly. And that's okay. That's part of the journey. The narrow path doesn't mean you are failing. It means you are moving through a different part of the forest. A part that takes more care, more attention.
I like that. Learning English often feels like that. Some days, listening feels easy. Speaking feels natural. Other days, one simple sentence can feel impossible.
Right? And it's natural to have seasons in learning. Think about winter. Trees lose their leaves. Everything feels still. You might feel stuck. You might feel slow. Maybe you don't see progress.
But winter is necessary. The roots are still growing underground. The tree is resting, saving energy, preparing for spring.
So even when it feels slow, even when you feel invisible, something important is happening inside your brain. Connections are forming. Vocabulary is growing. Understanding is increasing quietly.
Yes. And spring comes. You notice suddenly that you understand more. You can say more. You feel more confident. That growth didn't appear overnight. It was happening quietly, beneath the surface.
I also think about rivers. A river doesn't always flow fast. Sometimes it moves slowly, calmly, but it keeps moving forward. Obstacles appear, curves. It slows down. Sometimes it speeds up after rain.
Exactly. And just like a river, your learning keeps moving, even when it feels invisible. Small actions, listening, repeating, speaking one sentence, keep the current flowing. You are moving forward.
Sometimes I compare learning to building a wall with bricks. Each brick is small. Alone, it doesn't look like much, but every brick adds to the wall. Over time, the wall becomes strong.
Yes. Every sentence you speak, every new word you learn, every mistake you survive is one brick. The wall may not look tall today, but in months or years, it becomes solid.
And mistakes are like stones in the path. They slow you down, make you cautious, maybe even uncomfortable. But they also teach you balance. They teach you how to step carefully.
Exactly. Without mistakes, learning feels flat. Without obstacles, progress feels shallow. Difficult moments deepen your understanding. They help you remember. They help you grow stronger.
I like to think of life and learning as a book. Each day is a page. Each week a chapter. Some chapters are exciting, full of dialogue, action, and laughter. Others are quiet, slow, and reflective.
Right. And it's the quiet chapters that build the story. The moments when you feel slow, unsure, or confused are chapters where real growth happens. They prepare you for the exciting moments ahead.
And you might not notice it at the time. You might think, nothing is happening. But looking back, you will see the progress. You will see the moments when your understanding deepened, when your confidence grew.
Yes. And that's why patience is important. You can't rush a book. You can't skip chapters. You can't force a tree to grow faster. You can only care for it gently, day by day.
And caring for your English means small, consistent actions. One sentence today, one word tomorrow, listening for 10 minutes, reading slowly. That's how the story unfolds.
Exactly. And sometimes, just seeing these metaphors, forest, river, wall, book, helps calm the mind. It reminds you that slow, quiet progress is natural. It is part of life. It is part of learning.
Even if you feel stuck, even if you feel behind, you are not failing. You are in the middle of the journey. And the middle is where everything grows quietly, strongly.
Yes. And when you remember that, it becomes easier to take the next step. To speak one sentence. To repeat one word. To listen again. Every small action matters.
The forest path may curve. The river may slow. The wall may seem small. The chapter may feel quiet. But movement is happening. Growth is happening. You are moving forward.
And that's the most important part. You are moving. You are learning. You are becoming.
Even in the quiet, slow, uncomfortable moments, your journey continues. And one day, looking back, you will see the river, the forest, the wall, the chapters, all adding up to a story of steady growth.
Right. And realizing this can give calm confidence. Not the loud kind. Not the fast kind. But quiet, gentle confidence that comes from knowing your effort counts every day.
Exactly. And that quiet confidence is stronger than speed. It lasts longer. It supports every next step you take.
So today, even if you feel unsure, even if you feel small, even if one sentence feels hard, remember the river. Remember the wall. Remember the forest path. You are moving. You are building. You are growing.
And slowly, step by step, you will reach the next chapter. The river will flow. The tree will bloom. Your wall will stand strong. Your book will tell a full story.
You are not behind. You are growing. And that growth is beautiful.
Let's make learning English feel very simple today. Not big goals, not long hours, just small steps that you can do every day. Little actions that feel safe, easy, and doable.
Yes. Sometimes learners feel overwhelmed. I have to speak fluently today. I have to understand everything. And that pressure makes it harder. But if we break it down, everything becomes easier.
Exactly. So the first small action is study for 10 minutes a day. Just 10 minutes. Not 1 hour, not 2 hours, just 10 minutes. That's enough to start. That's enough to feel calm.
Right. And the important thing is consistency. 10 minutes every day is stronger than 2 hours one day and nothing for a week. Your brain remembers the small steps better. They become habits.
The second small action is speak one sentence out loud every day. Only one. It can be very simple, like, today I feel happy, or I am learning slowly. The sentence doesn't need to be perfect. Just say it.
Yes. Speaking even one sentence helps your mouth, tongue, and brain get comfortable with English sounds. Your fear becomes smaller each time you try. Your confidence grows quietly.
The third micro action. Write 3 new words in a notebook every day. Not 10, not 20, just 3. Write the word, its meaning in your own language, and one simple example sentence.
Right. Then read those 3 words again at night. This repetition helps your brain remember. And over time, you will have hundreds of small bricks, slowly building your vocabulary wall.
Another micro action. Listen to English without pressure. Maybe while cooking, walking, or relaxing. Don't worry if you don't understand every word. Just hear the sounds, the rhythm, the flow.
Exactly. Listening often feels passive, but it trains your brain to recognize patterns. Even small exposure every day makes a difference. You become more familiar with how English sounds.
Another small step. Repeat phrases from this podcast softly to yourself. Even one phrase a day. For example, I am good enough, or I am learning slowly. Saying it quietly helps your mind accept it.
Yes. Repetition is powerful. It doesn't need to be loud or long. Even quietly speaking helps your brain feel safe with English. Slowly, the phrases become part of your natural speech.
Another action. Celebrate one small win every day. Maybe you said a sentence without stopping. Maybe you remembered a word. Maybe you understood a short sentence in a video. Notice it. Appreciate it.
Right. Learning English is full of small wins. Each one matters. They add up. They build confidence quietly. And noticing them keeps your brain motivated, even on slow days.
Another micro action. Pause when you need it. Don't force yourself to speak or listen for too long. Taking breaks is not laziness. It is care. Your brain needs rest to process information.
Exactly. Learning slowly carefully, and consistently is better than rushing. Stress slows progress. Calm focus speeds progress. 10 minutes relaxed is better than 1 hour stressed.
Another action. Ask one simple question every week, even if it's small. Like, how do I say this sentence? Asking questions shows your brain that curiosity matters more than fear.
Yes. And another gentle step, speak to yourself in English for 1 minute. Describe what you are doing. I am making tea. I am sitting quietly. I am listening to English. It sounds small, but it builds habit.
And remember, microactions are not about perfection. They are about practice. You don't need perfect grammar or pronunciation. You just need consistency. That is the secret to steady growth.
Exactly. Consistency beats intensity. Small daily actions are more powerful than big bursts of effort followed by nothing. Over months, small steps turn into strong skills.
Finally, another small step. Review past words or phrases once a week. Just a few minutes. Seeing them again helps your memory. It reminds your brain of what you already know. Confidence grows quietly.
Right. Microactions feel small, maybe even too small. But they are the bricks of your English wall. Slowly, the wall becomes strong. Slowly, your confidence becomes steady.
So today, choose one microaction. Just one. 10 minutes of study. One sentence spoken. 3 words written. Listening for a few minutes. You can even choose one for now, and that is enough.
Yes. The power is in repetition. Doing one small step every day leads to progress you will notice over weeks and months. And the best part is, you feel calm while learning.
Little by little, day by day, you are building strong English. Not fast. Not pressured. Quiet, steady, confident English.
And that, really, is the most important thing. Step by step, microaction by microaction, you are moving forward. You are growing. You are becoming.
Your journey doesn't need to be big. It just needs to be consistent. That is enough.
Today, we are going to slowly look at some words and phrases we used in this episode. Don't worry if you don't remember all of them. The goal is not to memorize everything today. The goal is to make them familiar. To hear them. To feel them. To know you can use them when you are ready.
Let's start with the word behind. It means feeling slower than other people. For example, you can say, I feel behind in my English. Feeling behind is normal. Many learners feel it sometimes, especially when they compare themselves to others. Maybe you listened to someone speaking fluently and thought, I am so slow. That is okay. Feeling behind does not mean you are failing. It does not mean you are bad at English. It just means your brain is quietly working, slowly building connections.
The next phrase is good enough. It means feeling capable or acceptable. For example, I am good enough to try this sentence. Sometimes we feel we must be perfect, but the truth is, you are good enough to speak, to try, to make mistakes. You are good enough because you are here, listening, practicing, and learning. Remind yourself softly, I am good enough.
Now, the word embarrassed. This is a common feeling when you make a mistake. For example, I felt embarrassed when I said the wrong word. Everyone feels embarrassed sometimes. It is normal. Feeling embarrassed does not stop learning. In fact, it shows that you are pushing yourself. You are stepping out of your comfort zone. Every time you feel embarrassed, you learn something new. It may be the correct word or the right sentence. And later, that moment can even become a story you tell with a smile.
Another word is progress. It means improvement over time. For example, I am making progress in English. Progress is sometimes invisible. You may not notice it every day. Maybe today you only remember one word. Maybe tomorrow you understand a short conversation. That is progress. Progress is slow sometimes, but it is still real. Think of progress as small steps in a long journey. Each step counts.
The word consistent. It means doing something regularly. For example, I study every day. I am consistent. Consistency matters more than big efforts only once. Small, repeated actions are powerful. 10 minutes every day is better than 2 hours one day and nothing for a week. Consistency builds confidence. Your brain starts trusting you. It says, "Oh, we actually do what we promise."
Next, chapter. A chapter is one part of a book. You can say, I am in a slow chapter of my English journey. Life and learning can be like a book. Some chapters are fast, exciting, or dramatic. Some chapters are quiet, slow, and calm. Both are needed. Thinking about chapters helps you accept slow periods. These quiet chapters are not wasted. They are part of your story, part of your growth.
Now, the word confidence. It is the belief that you can do something. For example, I am practicing. My confidence is growing. Confidence grows slowly. It does not appear suddenly. Each small step, each sentence spoken, each word repeated quietly builds confidence. It grows quietly inside you. You notice it in small ways. You speak a sentence without stopping. You understand a short conversation. That is confidence.
Another useful phrase is, take your time. It means you don't need to rush. For example, take your time. It's okay to repeat the sentence. Taking your time helps your brain relax. It makes learning safe and calm. You can pause. You can repeat. You can think before you speak. There is no hurry. Every small action is okay.
The word awkward. It means feeling uncomfortable or embarrassed. For example, I felt awkward when I said the wrong word. Everyone feels awkward sometimes. Even native speakers. Feeling awkward is not failure. It is a sign that you are trying. Each awkward moment teaches something new. Maybe pronunciation. Maybe sentence structure. Maybe courage. Awkward moments are part of real learning.
Finally, the word journey. It means a long process. For example, learning English is a journey. A journey takes time. You don't need to rush. Every small step counts. Every mistake counts. Every sentence spoken counts. One day, you will look back and see how far you have come. A journey is about movement, not speed.
Let's slowly connect all these words and phrases together. You are in a chapter of your journey. You may feel behind, but that is okay. You are good enough. You may feel embarrassed sometimes, or even awkward, but that is part of learning. You are making progress, slowly and quietly. You are consistent in small steps. Take your time. Each action is building your confidence.
Yes. Think of this like a gentle river. You move slowly, but you move forward. Each word you learn, each sentence you speak, each small success is like water flowing steadily. You are not rushing. You are growing. Each microaction is a step, a brick, a small part of your bigger story.
Using these words slowly will help them feel familiar. When you listen to this podcast again, notice them quietly. Say them softly to yourself. Try using one in a sentence today. Maybe, I am consistent. I am making progress. Or, I am good enough. I will take my time. One small phrase can calm your mind and encourage you to speak.
Remember, you do not need to memorize everything. Just hearing these words, recognizing them, and slowly using them is enough. Repetition matters more than speed. Step by step, phrase by phrase, your English grows. Your confidence grows. Your comfort grows.
And slowly, very slowly, you will notice change. You will speak without fear. You will understand conversations more easily. You will feel that your journey is real, steady, and strong. Each word and phrase becomes part of your toolkit. You can pull them out when you need to speak or think in English.
So today, maybe choose one word from this list. Use it in one sentence. That is enough. Maybe tomorrow, another word. Slowly, your vocabulary expands. Slowly, your comfort grows. Slowly, your English becomes part of your life.
Yes, words are friends. Phrases are tools. Confidence grows quietly with them. Step by step, day by day. Your journey is yours. Not fast, not perfect, but real. And that is what matters most.
So, by the end of today's section, you know 10 important words and phrases: behind, good enough, embarrassed, progress, consistent, chapter, confidence, take your time, awkward, journey. They are small, gentle tools to help you speak, think, and feel calm in English.
And the beauty is you don't need to rush. You don't need to understand everything today. Just notice. Say them softly. Use them when you are ready. Over time, they become natural. Over time, your English becomes calm, steady, and confident.
Let's take a quiet moment together. Sit comfortably, take a deep breath, and remind yourself that you are here. You pressed play. You are listening. You are giving yourself this time, and that alone is meaningful. Learning English, or any skill, is not easy. It takes patience, courage, and consistency. Every moment you spend here is a gift to yourself.
It is easy to forget this. Life can feel like a race. Social media shows people speaking fluently, traveling the world, sharing successes, and it can make you feel small. You may think, I should be better by now. Why am I not like them? Those thoughts are normal, but they are not the truth. They are just comparisons. Your journey is unique. Your pace is your own. And that is okay.
Remember that every confident speaker you see today was once a beginner. Every person who seems calm in a conversation once felt nervous, unsure, and afraid of mistakes. They had silent moments, awkward sentences, embarrassing errors. They learned slowly, step by step, day by day. And so are you. You are part of this same process. You are not behind. You are learning.
If you feel discouraged today, that is okay. Maybe you studied all week and feel like nothing is changing. Maybe you said a sentence and it came out wrong. Maybe someone laughed or you felt embarrassed. That feeling is normal. Everyone experiences it. Feeling discouraged does not define your ability. Feelings come and go, but your effort, your persistence, and your courage stay with you.
Let's think gently about mistakes. Mistakes are not failures. They are proof that you are trying. Every word you speak, every sentence you form, every small act of listening is a step forward. Mistakes are the bricks of your English building. Without them, you would not grow. Every awkward moment, every misunderstood phrase, every hesitation is part of the journey. They are necessary. They are meaningful. They are signs that you are learning.
Think of your learning like planting a garden. Each word is a seed. Each sentence you speak is watering the seed. Some seeds grow faster, some slower. Some days you see nothing, can feel like nothing is happening. But beneath the surface, roots are forming. Connections are building. Over time, the small seeds become sprouts. Later, they become flowers. And one day, you realize you can speak more, understand more, and feel confident in ways you could not imagine before.
It is important to be gentle with yourself. Speak softly to yourself. Celebrate small wins. Did you learn one new word today? Did you repeat one sentence out loud? Did you listen to this episode? That counts. Even small steps matter. Learning is not about huge leaps. It is about consistency, patience, and small victories. Each small win builds momentum. Each win reminds your brain that learning is safe, achievable, and rewarding.
Sometimes you may feel anxious, shy, or uncertain. That is normal. All learners feel this. You are not alone. You are part of a quiet, supportive community. People who are learning, practicing, and growing. It is okay to pause. It is okay to repeat. It is okay to take your time. You do not need to speak perfectly. You do not need to understand everything immediately. You just need to be present. You just need to try. And trying is enough.
Even if today you only understand part of what you hear, that is fine. Your brain is absorbing more than you realize. Every listening session strengthens your ability. Every repetition, every quiet moment of attention, adds to your progress. Progress is often invisible at first. You may not notice it day by day. But over weeks and months, you will see the change. Your understanding, your fluency, and your confidence will grow naturally, steadily, and gently.
Your journey is yours. It is not a competition. It is not a race. Comparing yourself to others only creates unnecessary pressure. You are building your own path. Your growth may be slow, but it is steady. Your confidence may come quietly, but it is real. Your skills may develop gradually, but they are strong. There is no finish line. Learning is continuous. Every effort you make today is part of a lifetime of growth.
Take a moment to reflect on your courage. You press play even when you feel unsure. You listen even when it is hard. You repeat even when it is awkward. These small acts of bravery are powerful. They show that you care about yourself, about your growth, and about your journey. Courage is not loud. Courage is quiet. It is persistent. It is steady. And you are showing that courage right now.
Think of your journey like a river. Sometimes it flows slowly. Sometimes it moves faster. Sometimes it feels calm. Sometimes it feels turbulent. But it always moves forward. Every word you speak, every sentence you practice, every act of listening is part of that flow. You are moving forward, and that is what matters. Movement, not speed, is the key.
As we come to the end of this episode, let's take a deep breath together. Relax your shoulders. Let your body soften. Allow yourself to feel calm. You are safe. You are supported. You are capable. You are enough just as you are, right now. You do not need to be perfect. You do not need to rush. You just need to continue, step by step, word by word, conversation by conversation.
Remember, mistakes are normal, slow is okay, and small steps matter. Every action you take builds your confidence. Every effort you make strengthens your skills. Every sentence you speak, every word you write, every time you listen attentively is part of your journey. And your journey is real, meaningful, and valuable.
Before we close, consider one small action you can take today. Speak one sentence aloud. Write down one word. Listen to English for a few minutes. That is enough. Small steps repeated daily lead to lasting progress. Your learning does not need to be dramatic. It needs to be steady, consistent, and gentle.
Finally, thank yourself for being here. Thank yourself for trying. Thank yourself for choosing growth over fear. And when you feel ready, share one small win in the comments. Just one sentence, I listened today, or I spoke one sentence, or I learned one word. Celebrate that. It matters. It shows that you are committed to your journey.
This is your safe space. A place without judgment, without pressure, without comparison. A place where you can grow at your own pace. A place where you can be human. A place where your small actions build big progress over time.
And remember, being here is enough. Listening is enough. Trying is enough. You are brave. You are capable. You are not alone. Step by step, gently, your English is growing. Slowly, steadily, confidently, you are becoming the English speaker you are meant to be.
Thank you for joining today. Take a deep breath. Relax. Smile softly. Know that you are safe, supported, and enough. Until the next episode, keep listening, keep practicing, and keep growing. Your journey continues, and every small step matters.
Now let's turn our focus to something practical. We have spoken a lot about feelings, encouragement, and gentle growth. That is important. But learning also needs small, consistent actions. Actions that are simple, manageable, and easy to repeat every day. These are the micro-actions and daily habits that quietly build real progress over time.
Microactions are small steps you take every day. They may seem tiny at first. Maybe they feel too easy. You might think, can this really help me? The answer is yes. Small actions repeated consistently lead to big changes. One sentence today may seem small, but one sentence every day for a month becomes 30 sentences. 30 sentences become 100. And suddenly, your brain has practiced more than you imagined.
Let's start with the first micro-action. 10 minutes of focused English practice every day. That's it. 10 minutes. Not 1 hour, not 2 hours, just 10 minutes. You can listen to this podcast, read a simple text, or practice a short conversation. 10 minutes feels doable. Your brain does not feel overwhelmed. And often, when you start for 10 minutes, you continue naturally. 15, 20 minutes may follow. Even if you stop at 10, that is success. You showed up. You practiced. You are building consistency.
Consistency is the key. 10 minutes every day is better than 1 hour once a week. It creates a rhythm. Your brain knows what to expect. You start building habits, and habits build confidence. Every time you honor your promise to yourself, 10 minutes today, 10 minutes tomorrow, your brain quietly says, you can trust yourself. You will keep going. That trust builds calm confidence. Not loud confidence, but steady, dependable confidence that grows quietly inside you.
The second micro-action is speaking one sentence out loud each day. Just one sentence. It can be as simple as today I feel happy, or I am learning English, or I listen to the podcast. Don't worry about perfection. Don't worry if the sentence is short. The goal is action, not accuracy. Speaking is scary for many learners. Even one sentence can feel challenging. But practicing daily helps your mouth, your tongue, and your brain adjust. Your fear becomes smaller, your comfort grows, and slowly speaking feels natural.
The third microaction is writing 3 new words in a notebook. Not 10. Not 20. Just 3. Choose a word. Write its meaning. Write a simple example sentence. At night, review these 3 words. The goal is not memorization, the goal is familiarity. Your brain starts noticing patterns, connecting sounds, and understanding meanings. Each word is a small brick. Each repetition strengthens the foundation of your English.
Another powerful daily habit is listening without pressure. You can play English audio while cooking, walking, or doing chores. Don't force yourself to understand everything. Let your ears get used to the rhythm, the pronunciation, the flow of English. Your brain absorbs patterns quietly without stress. Exposure matters. Listening repeatedly, even without full comprehension, teaches your brain how English sounds naturally. Over time, understanding comes effortlessly.
A fifth microaction is reading aloud for 3 minutes a day. Pick a short paragraph or a few sentences from a book, article, or podcast transcript. Reading aloud helps with pronunciation, fluency, and confidence. It is a small commitment. You don't need to finish a page or a chapter. Even a few sentences each day add up. Your mouth becomes used to forming words, and your brain links reading to speaking smoothly.
Another habit is recording yourself once a week. Choose one sentence or one short paragraph and record it on your phone. Listen carefully. Don't judge yourself harshly. The purpose is to notice your progress over time. The first recording may feel awkward. That's okay. After a month, listen to the recordings again. You will notice subtle improvements in pronunciation, intonation, and confidence. That is evidence of progress that your mind might not notice day by day.
A seventh microaction is reviewing what you learned daily. Before sleeping, look at the words, phrases, or sentences you practiced. Read them softly, repeat them, think about how you can use them tomorrow. Reviewing even for a few minutes strengthens memory. Learning is not just about exposure. It is about repetition and consolidation. Your brain needs time to form lasting connections.
Next, practice speaking slowly and clearly. Many learners rush their sentences because they feel pressured. Slow speaking helps your brain process words and grammar carefully. It also reduces anxiety. Pausing is natural. Repeating is natural. Each slow sentence helps your confidence grow quietly. Over time, you will notice your fluency improving. Fluency is not about speed. It is about control, clarity, and comfort with your own voice.
Another practical habit is self-encouragement. Each day, tell yourself one simple sentence: I am learning. I am improving. I am good enough. These phrases may seem small, even silly, but words shape thoughts. Positive reinforcement strengthens motivation and reduces fear. When you speak gently to yourself, your brain becomes calm. Motivation becomes steady. You are training your mind to trust your efforts.
Finally, celebrate small wins. Did you speak one sentence? Did you learn one word? Did you listen attentively for 10 minutes? That is progress. Write it down, say it aloud, or share it in a comment. Recognizing your effort reinforces habits. It reminds your brain that progress is possible, that learning is meaningful, and that your actions matter.
The key to all these micro actions is repetition and simplicity. Keep them small. Keep them achievable. Small steps build habits, habits build confidence, confidence builds skill. And when skill builds, you naturally gain fluency and comfort. No pressure. No rush. Just steady progress.
Remember, 10 minutes of practice, one sentence spoken, 3 words written, listening without pressure, reading aloud, recording, reviewing, speaking slowly, encouraging yourself, and celebrating wins. Each action is small, but together, they create a strong foundation. Each repeated habit is a brick in the building of your English journey.
You do not need to do everything perfectly. You do not need to do everything at once. Pick 2 or 3 actions that feel doable today. Start there. Tomorrow, continue. The day after, continue again. Consistency matters more than intensity.
Your journey is like a quiet river, moving forward slowly but steadily. Each small action is water flowing. Each day of practice is current moving you forward. You may not see rapid change, but over weeks and months, your fluency, confidence, and understanding will grow naturally, quietly, and powerfully.
Step by step. Sentence by sentence. Word by word. That is how real progress happens. That is how lasting habits form. That is how English becomes part of you.
So start today. Pick one micro action. Take one small step. Repeat tomorrow. Keep going. And know that each small action, repeated consistently, builds the journey you are creating. A journey that is real, gentle, meaningful, and yours.
Now that we have talked about micro actions and small daily habits, let's move into another very important part of learning: reflective listening and self-check strategies. These are gentle, practical ways to notice your progress, understand your strengths, and guide your learning without pressure. Reflection is like holding a small mirror to your English journey. It is not about judgment. It is about awareness, understanding, and steady improvement.
Reflective listening starts with being present while you listen. Many learners listen to English audio or podcasts and think they must understand every word. That expectation creates stress. Instead, focus on being aware of the sound, rhythm, and flow. Notice words you recognize. Notice words you don't. Notice how sentences rise and fall, how speakers pause, how they emphasize certain words. Listening in this gentle, reflective way allows your brain to absorb English naturally, without forcing comprehension.
One simple self-check strategy is active noticing. After listening to a short clip, ask yourself, which words or phrases did I understand? Which sounds felt familiar? Which sentences made sense without translation? Write down one or two things you noticed. This is not a test. It is a way to observe progress. The more you notice, the more your brain strengthens its connections. Each observation is a small win.
Next, practice summarizing in your own words. After listening to a few sentences, pause and try to explain them silently or aloud in English. You don't need to use perfect grammar. Just focus on expressing the meaning. For example, if you listen to, "I went to the store because I needed milk," you could summarize, "He went to the shop for milk." Summarizing helps your brain process meaning, not just words. It strengthens comprehension and encourages active engagement.
Another reflective strategy is comparing sentences you understand and sentences you don't. Take a short audio or text passage and notice which parts are easy and which parts are difficult. Ask yourself, why is this part hard? Is it a word I don't know? Is the speed too fast? Is the structure confusing? Then gently focus on those areas in your next practice session. This method gives you control over your learning. You are not guessing randomly, you are observing and targeting your growth.
Recording yourself is another powerful self-check. This strategy connects reflective listening with active speaking. Read a sentence aloud or repeat a phrase from your listening practice. Record it. Listen carefully. Compare your pronunciation, tone, and rhythm with the original. Notice one improvement you can make next time. You may also notice subtle progress that was invisible day by day. Reflection like this builds awareness and confidence simultaneously.
Journaling small observations is another gentle yet effective technique. At the end of the day, write one or two sentences about your English practice. For example, I understood 3 new words in the podcast today, or I spoke one sentence aloud without stopping. This is not about perfect writing. It is about noticing effort and progress. Over time, reading your own notes will show you how far you have come. Small victories accumulate quietly, creating strong self-belief.
Checking comprehension with questions is also helpful. After listening to a short passage, ask yourself simple questions. What happened first? Who is speaking? What was the main idea? Answer in English, even in short sentences. This is not a test. It is an opportunity to check your understanding and reinforce learning. Your brain becomes active, not passive. Reflection and comprehension go hand in hand.
Another technique is listening for patterns. Notice recurring phrases, sentence structures, or expressions in your listening material. For example, pay attention to connectors like because, so, although, or common expressions like I think that, or in my opinion. Reflect on how these are used. This awareness helps you recognize structures and apply them in your own speaking or writing. Gradually, these patterns become internalized, almost automatically.
Gentle self-correction is another important strategy. When you notice a mistake in pronunciation, grammar, or vocabulary, don't panic or feel ashamed. Instead, calmly note it and try again. Reflection is about noticing, learning, and improving, not judging. Each correction is a small step forward. Over time, repeated self-corrections create smooth, confident language use.
Pausing and reflecting after listening is a powerful habit. After a short podcast segment or a conversation, take a moment to breathe and review mentally. What did I understand? What was difficult? What can I try next time? This reflection consolidates learning. Your brain strengthens connections during quiet moments, just like roots growing underground. Reflection is as important as practice itself.
Tracking progress visually can also help. Use a notebook or a simple chart to mark each day you practice listening, speaking, or writing. Note one small improvement or observation per day. Over weeks, seeing your efforts accumulate builds motivation and a sense of accomplishment. Your progress may have felt invisible day by day, but reflection makes it visible.
Finally, remember self-compassion during reflection. Reflective listening and self-check strategies are not for punishment. They are tools to understand your journey gently. If you notice difficulties or slow progress, speak softly to yourself, "It's okay. I am learning. This is part of the process." Reflection without self-kindness can feel stressful, but reflection with self-compassion empowers you. It builds calm, quiet confidence that lasts longer than any fast result.
So let's summarize this section with practical steps.
Listen actively and notice words, sounds, and sentences.
Summarize in your own words, silently or aloud.
Compare what you understand with what you don't, and gently focus on gaps.
Record yourself and reflect on pronunciation and fluency.
Journal small observations and celebrate wins.
Ask simple comprehension questions after listening.
Listen for patterns in sentences and phrases.
Use gentle self-correction when mistakes appear.
Pause after listening to reflect and consolidate.
Track your progress visually and note improvements.
Practice reflection with self-compassion and encouragement.
These strategies are not difficult. They don't take hours. They are small, consistent actions. When repeated daily, they quietly build understanding, fluency, and confidence. Reflection transforms practice into meaningful progress. It allows you to see your growth, notice patterns, correct errors, and reinforce skills, all while staying calm and gentle with yourself.
Reflection is not just about noticing mistakes. It is about noticing success, improvement, and effort. It is a mirror for your growth. Each small observation reminds you that progress is happening, even when it feels slow or invisible. And when you combine reflection with microactions, daily habits, and consistent practice, your English journey becomes steady, strong, and sustainable.
Step by step, sentence by sentence, reflection by reflection. That is the gentle, realistic path to building real English skills and quiet confidence that lasts.
We've reached a very important part of our journey together, celebrating progress and building long-term confidence. By now, you have practiced small microactions, developed gentle listening and self-check strategies, and reflected on your own learning. But learning is not only about effort, it's also about noticing and honoring the steps you have taken. Celebrating progress is like giving yourself small rewards along the path. It reminds your brain that what you are doing matters, and it strengthens confidence quietly, steadily, and deeply.
Many learners focus too much on the end goal: fluency, perfect pronunciation, or speaking without mistakes. That can be motivating at first, but over time, it often becomes a source of pressure. When progress is slow or mistakes appear, confidence can shrink. The key is to shift attention from the distant finish line to the small victories along the way. Every sentence spoken, every new word learned, every time you understood more than yesterday, that is progress.
A simple first step is noticing daily improvements. At the end of the day, take a moment to reflect on what you did. Did you listen to a short podcast? Did you repeat a sentence aloud? Did you use a new word in a conversation, even if imperfectly? Write it down, say it softly to yourself, or even share it with someone supportive. Each of these small acts is proof that you are moving forward. Over time, these tiny wins accumulate into real, tangible growth.
Another powerful tool is comparing yourself to yourself, not to others. It's easy to look at fluent speakers online or classmates who seem confident and feel discouraged. But that comparison only measures you against someone else's finished story. Instead, look back at your own journey. Think about where you started weeks, months, or even years ago. Reflect: a month ago, I couldn't say this sentence. Today I can. I used to struggle with this word. Today, I remembered it easily. Measuring yourself against your past self builds authentic confidence, because you can see your own growth clearly.
Celebrate small milestones. For example, if today you spoke one sentence aloud, recognize it as a win. If you understood a full sentence in a podcast without translating, mark that as progress. These may seem minor, but they are the building blocks of long-term confidence. Just like building a wall brick by brick, confidence grows with each action, no matter how small. Small celebrations reinforce your commitment and make learning enjoyable instead of stressful.
Visual reminders of progress can be incredibly motivating. Keep a notebook or a chart where you track small achievements. 1 sentence spoken, 3 words learned, 10 minutes of listening practice. Over time, looking at that page will show you how far you've come. Your progress, once invisible, becomes visible, and seeing it regularly strengthens your sense of capability and consistency.
Self-affirmation is another key element. Speak gently to yourself. I am learning. I am improving. I am capable. Repeating these phrases daily, especially when you feel slow or stuck, helps your mind recognize your effort and courage. Confidence is not a sudden gift, it is built by consistent, gentle reminders that you are doing enough, even if the results feel small.
Reflection paired with action solidifies confidence. For instance, after listening to a podcast, reflect on what you understood and what you struggled with. Then take one micro-action to strengthen the weak point. Repeat a sentence, learn a word, or summarize the passage aloud. This combination of awareness and action proves to your brain that challenges can be overcome. Each small victory reinforces the idea that you are competent, capable, and steadily improving.
It is also important to embrace mistakes as celebrations in disguise. Every mistake is an opportunity to learn. Instead of saying, I am bad at this, try thinking, this mistake shows me what to focus on next. When you reframe errors as steps toward mastery, you remove fear and replace it with curiosity. Mistakes are not failures, they are proof of effort, and effort builds confidence.
Consistency matters more than intensity. Speaking 1 sentence a day, listening 10 minutes, or writing 3 words may seem small. But repeated over weeks and months, these small actions create strong habits. Long-term confidence comes from knowing you are reliable, consistent, and dedicated. Your brain recognizes your commitment and quietly builds trust in your abilities. That trust is the foundation of lasting confidence.
Another technique is tracking your emotions alongside your progress. Notice how you feel when you successfully repeat a sentence, understand a podcast, or use a new word. Celebrate those feelings. Feel proud of your effort. This emotional reinforcement connects achievement with positive feelings, making you more likely to continue practicing and trusting yourself.
Share small victories with others when possible. Speaking to a friend, teacher, or community about something you learned, even 1 word, creates accountability and recognition. Others celebrating your progress reinforces your own sense of accomplishment. But remember, sharing is optional. Even internal acknowledgement is enough to grow confidence.
Revisit old lessons regularly. Listening again to a podcast or rereading old notes lets you notice how much you've improved. When you see that things that were once difficult are now easy, it strengthens your belief in your capabilities. Reflection over time is like looking back on a garden you've been tending. You see the sprouts, the flowers, and the growth that was invisible at first. That visual proof builds quiet, steady confidence.
Finally, remember that long-term confidence is gentle, not loud. It does not require perfection. It does not demand speed. It grows quietly, steadily, and continuously, nourished by small actions, reflection, and self-recognition. It is the confidence that keeps you showing up, trying again, and celebrating every small win. It is the calm, reliable confidence that stays with you even when progress feels invisible.
So, let's summarize the path to celebrating progress and building confidence.
Notice daily improvements, no matter how small.
Compare yourself to yourself, not others.
Celebrate small milestones. Sentences, words, minutes of listening.
Track progress visually in a notebook or chart.
Use gentle self-affirmation to reinforce belief in yourself.
Reflect on your achievements and take one small action to grow further.
Reframe mistakes as opportunities to learn.
Prioritize consistency over intensity.
Connect positive emotions to achievements.
Revisit old lessons to notice long-term growth.
Share victories with others if it feels comfortable.
Remember, confidence is not built in a day. It is built quietly, like roots underground. Each small effort, each reflective moment, each celebration contributes to a strong foundation. Over time, you will look back and realize how far you have come. You will see that your English has grown, your courage has strengthened, and your journey has been worthwhile.
And that is the ultimate message. Your progress is real, your efforts are meaningful, and your confidence is growing steadily with you. Step by step, day by day, reflection by reflection, small wins accumulate into lasting skills and lasting belief in yourself.
Learning English, or anything new, is not a sprint. It is a journey filled with small victories, quiet reflection, gentle corrections, and consistent action. Celebrate every step, honor your progress, and trust the process. Your confidence, like a river, grows slowly but surely, carrying you forward toward mastery and calm, enduring self-belief.
You are learning, you are growing, you are becoming stronger, and that is something to celebrate every single day.
And now, as we reach the end of this episode, take a moment to breathe. Let yourself feel the calm that comes from knowing you are making real progress, even if it is quiet and invisible. Every word you've spoken, every sentence you've listened to, every small action you've taken, all of it matters. All of it adds up.
Remember, learning English or any skill is a journey, not a race. There is no need to rush, no need to compare yourself to others, and no need to demand perfection. Each step, no matter how small, builds your confidence, strengthens your foundation, and brings you closer to your goals.
Look back on your journey so far. See the courage it took to press play today, to try again after mistakes, to show up consistently. Celebrate yourself. Recognize your effort. Give yourself credit for being brave, patient, and persistent. That recognition is fuel for long-term confidence.
And as you move forward, carry these truths with you. Slow is okay. Mistakes are part of learning. Progress is happening even when you don't see it, and you are capable of more than you realize. Your confidence grows quietly with each small action, each reflective moment, and each gentle step forward.
If you enjoyed this episode and felt calm, encouraged, or inspired, subscribe to Boost English, the podcast, and stay with us on this journey. Together, we will continue to build English skills, confidence, and calm resilience, step by step, word by word, day by day.
Before you go, take one more moment to reflect. What is one small win from today? Maybe you repeated a sentence, learned a new word, or simply pressed play and listened. Whatever it is, hold it in your mind, feel proud of it, and carry that sense of accomplishment with you.
Learning is a gift you give yourself every day. And showing up, even when it feels slow or difficult, is proof of your courage and dedication. You are not behind. You are not failing. You are growing, quietly but powerfully, and that growth will carry you further than you know.
So take a deep breath, relax your shoulders, smile softly, know that you are safe, capable, and supported. Your journey is yours, and every step counts.
Thank you for being here today. Thank you for listening. Thank you for trying. And until the next episode, keep going, step by step, word by word, moment by moment. You are learning. You are growing. You are becoming.
Welcome to your journey. Welcome to Boost English, the podcast.